Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 102 of SoulsBorne Battles to the Death. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and then they will engage in various spring cleaning task activities. And whoever clears out all of their tasks will be the winner. First will be the winner. I should probably specify that. I have a lot of things that need to get done, and I just happen to have these SoulsBorne bosses at my disposal, so they're going to do my task for me because I'm way too tired. So I guess that's the long and the short of it. So yeah, I guess that's it. The battlefield has been cleared. It can house any and all SoulsBorne bosses. It has housed all of them at least twice in SoulsBorne Battle Royals that we have conducted here at various points. There are pretty close to 100 bosses in this SoulsBorne, or this little generator that I've created. Let me just say that much. And some special spots that can create some interesting scenarios. So we're going to stop this wheel. I'm going to close my yap. And we're going to find out who participant number 1 is going to be on this episode 102 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Black Blade Kindred from Elden Ring. Black Blade Kindred is very tough and very much a pain in the ass. He has a lot of very difficult, and let's just say circular attacks. I think that's a nice way of putting it. And it can stand up to pretty much almost any boss that can appear here in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So Black Blade Kindred is not a bad boss to land on at all. Could definitely be some interesting fights that we could land on here. So yeah, that's a pretty good choice, I think. I think Black Blade Kindred is a fine choice for SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to take this wheel for another spin. We are going to find an opponent for Black Blade Kindred in this spring cleaning task list that I have formulated, whatever the word is I'm looking for here. I put together. I think that's a good compromise there. So yes, we have Black Blade Kindred on one end of the battlefield, and on the other end of the battlefield we have the Capra Demon from the original Dark Souls. That's an interesting fight. That is certainly an interesting fight. And I guess that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. We're going to go to the contractually obligated bio, so let's have a look at Black Blade Kindred. There is no lore per se on Black Blade Kindred, but they are valiant gargoyles that serve Malekith, the Black Blade. And as such, they can wield the power of the Rune of Death, which, as anyone who's played the game knows, can inflict attacks that drain your health. Black Blade Kindreds are very tough opponents, and they can hit from a wide range. That's the thing that often gets me when I fight them in Elden Ring, is I always think I'm out of their range, but I'm really not, and they just basically jump across the entire level and just hit this swinging attack that just knocks me on my ass. Yeah, they're very, very difficult, and they do have a weakness. Basically, if you can get underneath them, you can deal some damage for a little while, but it's not so much of a weakness that they can't overcome it and jump away and try to hit you again. But yeah, they're more than capable of defending themselves. So I think that when Blackblade Kindred pops up in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death, it's going to be a long night for anyone standing across the battlefield from him. When the Witch of Izalith used her Lord Soul to create a power on par with the First Flame, the result was a bed of chaos, and the Capra demons that spawned from that. Did you get all that? Great, I didn't either, and I'm the one that just said it. Do you remember when you were a kid and your parents told you that if you didn't understand something, just ask? Yeah, well, Miyazaki's secretary told me that if I called again, I'd get a restraining order, so thanks for that, Mom and Dad. The witch had managed to succeed in what she wanted to do, but the result had drawn the ire of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, and the Silver Knights, and a war waged between them and the demons that she had created. During this war, one of the Capra demons escaped from Lost Izalith with 2 cast iron demon great machetes and managed to reach the lower section of the Undead Burg and take control of 2 attack dogs, just because. And that is the Capra demon that you fight in the original Dark Souls. In the meantime, he apparently realized that, hey, I ain't shit as far as Dark Souls bosses go, so I'm going to take shelter in this tiny-ass room with these 2 attack dogs with me so I can maybe have the advantage against some of these guys, because otherwise I'm going to get my ass kicked. And I'm saying that on behalf of anybody who's ever played this game and had trouble with this boss, which is a lot of people, myself included, because, yeah, I think everyone needs a little bit of closure on this one, and I am here to help you provide that. Because this boss is a fucking bitch, and yeah, well, I'll cover it in the fucking outro. This fight is a no contest. I am not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna do any of that crap. But let's be 100% honest here. The only reason the Capra demon is any kind of difficult at all is because of the extremely cramped boss area and the 2 dogs that he has with him. Not only does he need this tiny ass boss area, but he needs 2 dogs in order to fight. You fight like 20 other ones in the game, and none of them are as hard as this one, in my opinion. The ones later in the game are a pain in the ass only because you have to fight 5 other ones at the same time. Like, the Capra demon always needs help. And the Blackblade Kindred is a pain in the ass on his own, and he really doesn't need the powers of the Rune of Death to be a bigger pain in the ass. He's a very difficult boss as it is. So, I don't think it's too much of a controversial opinion to say that Blackblade Kindred wins this fight, and probably wins it in very short order. But, that is just my opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, yet another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBlanchardBooks.com. If you're interested in the award-winning Roar of a Dragon series, you can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. If you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. My Linktree, my Instagram, my Twitter, all Bobby's Roll 2110. Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask Run, Volume 2, Lernia of the Lakes. This past Monday, I am still dealing with Western Lernia of the Lakes, and I decided to end the episode with a pretty epic boss fight, so you may want to check that out. That it's a boss fight that came down to the wire. Like, just take my word for it. Back in the archives, I have the Dark Souls Remastered No Estus Run. I have the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask Run, Volume 1, Limgrave. I have the Sekiro No Healing Gourd Run. I have the Dark Souls 3 No Estus Run, and the Dark Souls 3 No Level Up Run. So check those out if you're interested. Bobby's World Hunger Games. Plenty of those for you to check out. Your Father's Story. Vlog-style videos. Basically, me answering questions from a book. Talking to the boys about life and things of that nature. So, yeah, definitely check those out if you are interested. Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what you're watching right now. SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So, I don't really feel the need to explain what exactly that is because you just watched it. Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Bobby's Gaming Lounge. That's my weekly live stream where I just play games and you all come in the chat and we just hang out and have a good time. Lately, I've been doing Resident Evil 7. That's going to continue for another week or two until I beat the game. I'm getting pretty close to the end, I think. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end. But this past Saturday, basically, if you ever wanted to hear me scream like a girl, this is the episode to watch. So, yeah, you're going to want to check that out. I get taken pretty good twice by the same person. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting time. This game really has my attention. I'm not going to lie when I say that. So, yeah, that's all the content coming up for you on the channel. Fun times, as always. Thank you all so much. The subscriber count keeps going up. It's been like 183 for the past 28 days. We just hit 5,300 subscribers, which is just awesome. Just everything is up. It's just been crazy. I can't really put into words how much that all means to me. And I've talked a lot about working my ass off, and working my ass off on this and working my ass off in my full-time job. So yeah, just trying to keep up with all that is a chore, but it's rewarding because you guys are all here for it. So so yeah, I love and appreciate you guys. That's all I really got to say about that. So as long as you keep hanging out, I'm going to keep pushing content. So that's it. Thank you all so much. I hope everyone has an amazing week. Be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See y'all Steve alive, y'all. Bye.
Hey, boss.
Yes, Courtney.
Mrs. Anderson called. She wanted to order several copies of your books for family and friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Get some ordered, have them sent over to me, and I will sign them for her. I really appreciate it if you could do that for me.
I didn't know you were an author.
You did. Courtney, you've been with me for like 2 years now, and we've talked about it fairly constantly, and there's an ad at the end of every one of these videos.
Well, that doesn't mean that I listen to everything you tell me. Are the books any good?
Well, readersfavorite.com said that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. I know, that's pretty crazy, but that's exactly what it says. It's on the Cry of a Raven review. Go check it out.
Well, that's pretty cool. What are the books about?
It's about a soldier who gets exiled for saving a baby dragon, and later he's killed, and he wakes up 3,000 years later with strange powers, and he's watched over by the very same dragon, and the world has been overrun by evil, and he now must travel back in time to stop the evil that started in his own home country.
Wow, that sounds interesting. How can I get copies of the books?
Well, you can go to robertblanchardbooks.com and order your copies there. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast.
You have a podcast too?
You know what, Courtney? You are doing such an amazing job that I think you are due for a raise. How does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Thank you, boss.
You bet. Too bad the raise is going to be when I raise a water balloon over her head and just... Maybe I'll wait until her mom calls. I think she'll find that pretty funny. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com right now and get your copies of the series that got 3 5-star reviews from readersfavorite.com, 3 Author Shout Recommended Reads Awards, and 2 Literary Titan Silver Awards. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free, read more reviews, short stories, and much more. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.